Hi kids! Hi baton teachers! I'm Miss Penny and I'm here to learn about baton twirling.
Hi, Miss Penny. Welcome. We're so excited you're here. I'm Miss Noella, and this is Miss Katie.
I'm really excited to learn about baton twirling. What is baton twirling?
Baton twirling is a combination of dance, cheerleading, and this metal stick that we call a baton. It has a metal shaft, a big end that we call the ball, and a little end that is the tip. Girls practice very hard to learn twirls and tricks. Girls, are you ready to learn how to twirl a baton?
Yes.
Great. First, we're going to learn about the baton. Miss Katie?
If you look at your baton, you're gonna have one side that's really, really big. Can you say big? Big. Do you know what letter the word big starts with? B, right? So I want you to say big, big ball.
Big, big ball.
Good. And if you flip your baton over, you see that one side is super, super tiny. Can you say tiny?
Tiny.
What letter does tiny start with? T. Good. So we're gonna say tiny, tiny tip.
Tiny, tiny tip.
Good. So when we hold our baton, when we're not twirling, we're gonna hold it with our tip at the end, and we're gonna put it right next to our hip. And our other hand is gonna go in a fist right on our hip. Good job. Beautiful. So the first twirl we're gonna learn is a horizontal twirl that we call a flat spin. So I want you to put your baton out to the side, and have anybody made pancakes before? Have you ever made pancakes? Yeah? So we're gonna pretend like we're mixing our ingredients to make a pancake. Can you make a circle and mix your ingredients? Good job. So now that we know which way our baton is going, we're gonna try and make our baton as flat as it can go, just like a pancake. If you look at Miss Noella or Miss Katie's arms, we're just as flat as a pancake. Can I see you try?
Pancakes are flat and horizontal.
So when we do our spin, we wanna try and make it as flat as possible while still mixing our ingredients.
Nice job, Parker. Good.
Beautiful.
Good, Penelope. Good, Sunny. Good, Miss Penny. You're doing it.
Thank you.
Very nice.
It feels fun.
The next thing we're going to learn is bicycles. They're the opposite. They're vertical. They go up and down like this. Miss Katie, go ahead.
Can everybody say bicycles?
Bicycle.
Good. Have you ever seen a bicycle before? Yes. Do you know how the wheels turn? We're gonna do the same thing with our baton, but we're gonna put it right out in front of us. And this is a vertical spin. So it's gonna go up and down. We're gonna grab our baton with a little pinch. Can you pinch your fingers?
Tiny alligators with your fingers.
Good. We're gonna grab one side of our baton and we're gonna push forward. Good. Now with your other hand, I wanna see your tiny, tiny alligators one more time. And we're gonna grab again and push forward. Good. And we're gonna go away from our pretty face. So we're gonna go pinch and push. And with your other hand, you're gonna go pinch and push.
Good.
Beautiful.
Nice job. Nice job, Miss Penny.
Thank
Your
you.
baton is spinning vertically. Nice job, girls. Whenever we're twirling, we stand with our feet together and we have good posture. Hold our tummies up tall, we lift our chins, and the most important thing a baton twirler has is a great big
Smile.
See your pretty smiles. Good job, keeping those batons vertical. Where's your smiles? There we go.
So beautiful.
Nice job. Okay, now we're going to learn a toss. We're going to learn a tick-tock toss.
Oh boy.
Are you ready? When the baton goes in the air, we're gonna try very hard to catch it, okay? All right, so go ahead, Miss Katie.
I want you to take your free hand, the one that doesn't have a baton in it, and you're gonna put it straight out to the side. Just like our pancakes, it's gonna be flat. Good. And with our other hand, we're gonna hold the big, big ball of our baton. Can you hold the big, big ball? Good. And we're gonna put it flat out to the side, just like our other arm. Beautiful.
Other hand, Miss Sunny. There we go.
Good.
Other hand. That's it.
So we're gonna go, have you ever seen a clock before? Yes? It tells time in a circle, right? So what we're gonna do with our hands is we're gonna pretend we're a clock and we're gonna go tick,
Tick,
Tick.
good, tock,
tock,
around the clock,
and we made a big circle around the
and we're gonna go down by our toes,
down by your toes,
past your arm, And then we're gonna let go, a little toss and try and catch it.
Yay! Look at you guys catching your batons.
Yes.
Good job.
Let's try it one more time, all the way from the
All
beginning.
together. Let's do it all together.
Tick, tick, tock, tock, around the clock.
Around the clock.
Down by our toes and let go.
That's okay. We call that a drop. And we practice really hard so that we don't drop it anymore. Good job. Everyone give yourself a round of applause. Good job. I'm so proud of all of you.
Hi, Shiny. Do you want to do a baton trick with me? Fantastic. Let's do an exchange. First, I have to get my body ready. So my posture has to be good, my shoulders back, my toe pointed, and I'm going to turn towards you. And now you throw it to me. Ta-da! And now I'm going to throw it back to you. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Good job! Ta-da! So why do kids do baton twirling? Why would they come and join?
Baton twirling is a great thing for them to start to build self-confidence and fine motor skills and gross motor skills. But it also gives them the ability to compete. They can learn and practice. They'll learn routines and they'll go to competitions and possibly win trophies and things like that. They can perform in parades, halftime shows. Lots of girls choose to twirl with their college. Once they graduate from high school, they get to twirl at football games and things like that. And whenever they want to perform.
Oh, it sounds so much fun.
It is a lot of fun. Girls who twirl usually compete on a team and individually, and when they compete on a team, they learn to work together and help each other out, and they root for each other and make each other feel good about themselves, and it's a really nice sense that they get from a team, a nice sense of family.
And how about a competition? How do you get ready for a competition? What do you need to do for that?
You need costumes that have lots of sparkle.
Love that.
We usually wear tights under our costumes, and again, like Katie said, the jazz shoes or the Cougars. You'll have to wear your hair up neatly, usually in a bun, pulled back out of your face. They like to wear a lot of stage makeup. And what's the most important thing they need at a competition, Miss Katie?
A smile.
We can do that. Kid Vision kids, I think we're ready to watch a full twirling routine. Come on, let's go. What do you love about baton twirling?
I love baton twirling because of its close community. Ever since I was little, my teammates and even people who aren't on my team have been very supportive. Even if I do something wrong, they teach me how to be my best.
That's a terrific answer. What do you love about baton twirling?
I love being able to perform and put all my showmanship out on the floor for the judges and the audience to see, and I can turn into a completely different person.
I love that too. And baton twirlers, you're just beautiful to watch. I love your costumes. Can you tell me a little bit about your costume?
Yes, this is my strut costume. I use it when I'm doing leaps or modeling on the floor. It has a skirt and it's my favorite color, pink.
I love pink. It's a beautiful costume. Tell me about your costume.
I use my costume for solo, which is where we put out all of our biggest tricks on the floor, and mine is also my favorite color, pink.
This is our team costume. We use it when we're dancing together and I love it.
It is beautiful. What I love about baton twirling is all the sparkle.
Yes.
You can't have enough rhinestones. It's absolutely perfect. And I see your trophies. So when you win big trophies, correct?
Yes.
And sashes.
Yeah, we wear crowns and sashes when we win and I love it.
You look just amazing. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Good job.
Bye.